Hi everyone, I'm with the one and only Kev Ward, current light heavyweight champion of ISKA. Kevin, welcome.
Thank you.
Let's touch elbows exactly the way you should do now. I can't shake hands with all this virus thing going around. Kevin, you've had a marvellous journey in your kickboxing life. I wonder if you can just tell us a little bit about your achievements and what you've done.
Well, I've been doing that for like 20 years. I've won an ISKA world title, defended it twice, won a WK world title under K1 rules, won a WRSA Muay Thai world champion title, won the dual fight sport world title under K1 rules, won the golden belt world title. So yeah, I've done a lot. I'm the former UK number 1 at 77 kilo. I'm the current UK number 1 at 80 kilo. I'm the current UK number 3 at 85 kilo. Fought some of the biggest events organisers in the world.
That's a hell of an achievement, a hell of an accomplishment. How many fights have you had?
About 57 professional fights.
57 professional fights, yeah. Where does the motivation come from?
I haven't achieved what I want to achieve yet.
Oh, that's interesting. So
because of
that keeps you going?
Yeah.
What is it that you want to achieve now?
I don't want to just be a world champion, I want to be one of the best in the world.
And what do you think? What's the difference there?
I think anybody can don't get me wrong in this one, right? You can become a world champion, it doesn't mean you're the best in the world.
Well, I think that goes in anything.
Yeah, so I want to be known as one of the best in the world.
That's interesting, because what do you think is for people that are looking at you and want to be, or if you wanted to encourage young people, what do you think people's motivation is for wanting to start?
I don't know, lots of people have different things, don't they? Like someone might want to become a world champion, that's enough for them, that's what they want to become. When I first started, I actually never thought I'd become a world champion. I just wanted to have a fight. So I thought I'd see where I get from there. And then obviously progressed and got better and became a world champion. And then when I became world champion, I thought, you know what, I'm not a world champion now, I want to become now one of the best in the world, not just a world champion.
I think that's a familiar story right here. I mean, most people, as they set out on this journey, don't decide that they're going to be a champion, but they have this sort of foundation or starting point where they have something, give something a little go. I know for me personally, I was just glad the first time going to boxing ring was to be able to keep my eyes open. So the small little stepping blocks for young people to be able to achieve before they sort of go on such a fantastic journey. Yeah.
So when you start off, it's all learning, and this is what people need to get their head around. When you start off and you're only having the amateur fights, if you win, lose or draw, it doesn't matter. Treat that as experience. So if you lose your first one, you lose your first 2, 3, 4, 5, it doesn't matter. It's just experience. You will get your win, and you just got to keep going. And obviously, no one likes to lose, but it's experience.
So it's persistence is a big quality there. That's what you seem to be talking about. Yeah. Having the persistence to get up every time. If you fall off your bike, you're going to get back up, and you're going to continue to ride on that bike.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It doesn't just come overnight, does it? You don't become awesome overnight, do you?
No, I think that's absolutely right. You know, and I think just go winding back a little bit what you said about being a champion. I don't think champion means you're the best at anything. It just means that you had the bottle, if you get on, to put yourself in that ring and to go for that particular challenge. And obviously you've done that on a vicious scale. You've done it on a European and you've done it on world. I mean, how do you feel each time that you're approaching that fight and each time that you're stepping into that ring?
Now it's just another day for me, to be truly honest. When again, I'm still don't want to lose, so I'll still train hard through the fight camp. When I get to the actual fight itself, I'm confident. I totally believe in my ability and I totally believe how good I am. So because of that, I go in there with full confidence, and as far as I'm concerned, he ain't beating me. So I'm using confidence when I go in.
Well, that's part of the winning formula, really. So it's more like your mindset. What you're saying before you stepped in that ring, almost like Muhammad Ali. You're saying that you've in your head you can see yourself winning that fight.
Well, the way to look at it is that all the hard work's already done. I'm already won the fight. I'm just there to pick the trophy.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah,
I'm not worried about him. He's got to worry about me. Like I say, I know how good I am. I know what I'm good. I know what I bring to the table. And what's in my mindset is all my hard work's done. My training is harder than my fight a lot of the time. And so more of my hard work's done, I'm just going there, turn up, get my trophy. That's what I'm there for.
That's a fantastic mindset, man. For young people that want to sort of follow your route, or people that wanted to start kickboxing, well, what advice would you give them?
I would say just make sure you train hard, and it's train hard. Don't be afraid to take a challenge, take a risk, but also don't take, when it comes to yourself, don't be afraid to take a risk, but don't take a silly risk. So if you're only starting off, you'll get this for the reward. If the reward isn't good, don't take the risk. What's the point? What's the point of you taking a risk if you're going to get hurt and then it might dishearten you? If the reward's good and it's worth the risk, then take the risk. If it's not good, don't bother taking it. Build yourself up.
And that comes from experience, doesn't it? To be able to make those kind of decisions, you know, as to where you assess that particular risk, you know.
Yeah.
But obviously you coach as well now, and you help other young people that are sort of coming through, and they're going to look at you as to for guidance and things like that with regard to their career. How do you look after the young people that come through to your book?
I just make sure they trust me. And when they've got fights on, I make sure to train hard and make sure they do everything that I'm told them to do. I watch the fights, do the fighting, I study them, and I come with a good game plan to look at the best way to beat them. And as long as they do what I say, they've got a good chance of winning. But obviously, I can't make them do what they're going to do anything when they're not in the gym. So I can only tell them about this. If they don't want to do it, it's them in it. But I'm hoping that they're going to trust me enough and believe what I say to do what I ask them to do.
Do you think it takes time to build that trust, to build that confidence?
Yeah, it does, yeah. You've got to remember, when you've got a corner team, like my corner team, I trust them with my life. So my person coaches me, I trust him with my life. And he trusts me knowing that I'm going to do everything he asks me to do. So you've got to build your trust, you've got to be trusting. You can't go in a fight with the corner team where you don't trust.
No, I agree with you on that. I think that's critical. But I think also having a good corner team, because they're not there, as you said, to tell you how to fight, but they're there to make you aware of things perhaps you've not seen. Yeah. And you have that belief and trust in their word to send out to sort of go out and execute it.
Yeah. Well, when in my camps, this is how I sort of do in the camp. There's me, I go home and find my opponent. So I go home and study my opponent. Lee Coughlin, who coaches me, he studies the opponents as well. Our first week in my camp, we sit there and we have a discussion on what we think will work against this person. So then we drill and we ease into the fight camp in that week and going over our game plan and what we think it's going to do. So then we start the fight camp. And when we've done the fight camp, after through the fight camp, we reassess what we're thinking. We watch him again, we might see something different, we change something slightly, we go through it and we keep going. And that's what we do the whole fight camp. So we build the trust and we go home, he tells me something, I go home, I think about it, I adjust it, I'll do something to make it the same way but maybe a bit better. Or I'd say something to him, he'll go home, think about it, go home and tell me something else to do the same sort of way but better. That makes sense? That makes any sense?
No, it makes a lot of sense because I agree with that. Having that reflective period, the chance to reflect on what's being said to you and to sort of emotionally and mentally to sort of take it in, because you've got to be able to see yourself doing it, haven't you? You know, feel prepared. That can work for me. Yeah. So no, I totally get that. You know. Kev, I think one of the things we should say. How tall are you, Kev?
6'5".
6'5". And do you think do you think that gives you an advantage?
I think it did do when I was fighting at 77 kilo. Yeah. Because they were smaller than me. Now, different advantages because I was fighting at 77 kilo and I was tall at that weight, tall at 75 kilo. And the people are small, people that I fought were about 6 foot maybe, max 6'1", and but they were bigger built. Yeah. So they had more power than me. Where I didn't have to punch it behind. I had the one punch enough that power. But I had the cardio and I had the range not to get hit. So it worked well for me in my favour. Since I moved up to 85, it's not much of an advantage now because my height is bigger than me.
Right. So there's a lot of tactical knowledge that comes out in the situation, such that with regards to assessing your opponent and the way that you're going to fight and using the best of the way you're built and bringing that to the ring.
Of course, yeah. Fight IQ is a massive part of my fight game.
Sorry, what's that? Fight IQ. Fight IQ.
It's a massive part of my fight game. I think I can lead a fight quite well, so I'll use that as a goal. And because of what I'm experienced now, I can do it. I can just during the fight, so it's good for me, and I think that helps me a lot. My fights.
Absolutely. And with regards to your instructors in the past, you said you've been doing that for over 20 years. A lot of different instructors, and you know, you're going to take things from different people.
Go on. Sorry.
Well, I suppose the question what I wanted to ask you is that there's always a few instructors that sort of stand out in your head that you think that have helped you on your journey, and you're now going to have that library of information. You're going to have to sort of pass that information on yourself, and hopefully your students will look upon you in the same way. But with regards to your instructors, how many or who would you say has had the biggest influence on your career?
Well, I've always trained at the same gym. I haven't changed gym, so I've 20 years of stayed loyal to where I started, which was Team Elite. I was trained by Phil Barton, Andy Bank and Lee Cutler. Lee Cutler is the main one that's with me now all the time. So it's my team good.
Fantastic. Well, it's important, as you said, to have that, isn't it? You know, and to feel that you sort of rely on them, you know. Okay, and moving that forward, you actually coach now as well. Do you have your own club?
I have my own gym in Liverpool Team Elite, which is looked after by one of me. My first person I had to coach to go to British level, which is Sunil Chocolate. I now coach out of NXG in ISKA under the Sayers, and I also coach sometimes in Team Elite Southport, which is now run by Andy Bank.
Right, okay.
So I'm a busy boy.
Busy. And any fights on the horizon, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm fighting the Muay Thai Grand Prix on the 30th of May in Manchester at the Bowls Arena, the BEC Arena, and then I've got possible one later on the year. I don't know the date yet for either South America or Portugal.
Right, okay. And when will these sorts of serious training start with regards to that?
This week.
This week. So is that like an 8-week plan?
It's 11 weeks.
11-week plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. And for each one of those weeks, do you sort of have an idea what you're going to do and what your approach is going to be?
I know exactly what I'm doing from day one. So the first couple of weeks was me game plan is not. It's just what I'm working on at the moment, and I get me weight down a bit, get a bit fitter, and then after about 8 weeks, everything gets nasty.
Kev, if you were going to say you had a young person that was approaching you now and he started to talk to you about starting to do kickboxing and that, what advice would you give them?
I'll be cheesy and I'll just say follow your dream. So if you wanted to be a world champion, believe you're going to be a world champion, and work on it. Don't quit, don't give up if that's the first hurdle. I lost my first fight. I had my first fight I lost because I didn't train enough. I wasn't fit, and massive lesson there for me. You need to fit. So when you lose a fight, what people need to understand is that when you lose a fight, you don't lose, you learn. So if you win, just say if I had 57 pro fights now and I've won all 57, what have I learned? Nothing. Because as far as I'm concerned, my style and everything I do is perfect because I haven't lost. But so you need to lose to learn, so you can make better of what you're doing already. If that makes any sense to you.
It does. So you're making better decisions. Yeah. No, and I agree with you because that provides a room for growth. So a young person coming through that door, you'd be saying to them, don't be afraid of taking a challenge. Yeah. If you almost leave your comfort zone and sort of go into your learning zone, be prepared to do that. Sometimes it might be a little bit uncomfortable, but from that you're going to learn something from it. But most of all, be prepared to train hard and to be resilient. Is what you seem to be saying.
Basically, yes.
It does, yeah.
Your training should be harder than your fight. That's the way I go about it. My fight is easy compared to my training. Well, it's only a punch in the face in a fight. You don't even training you get mad in training. Training's hard. The fight is easy. That's where you want to have your mindset on.
Absolutely. Okay, Kev, well, on that and on those great words of advice for young people coming into the sport that will watch this video, may I wish you the very best of luck. I'm sure you don't need it, but the very best of luck for May the 30th. We look forward to hearing the good news, and we'll know that you will commit yourself to the next 11 weeks for your training. And okay, so thank you very much, Kev.
Thank you, John.
Elbows again.